The current Mini Electric is a ton of fun in a small package, but it's got another small problem. That's the range. It'll only do about 110 miles on US streets before you need to stop for a charge. But don't worry, Mini's got a new Cooper Electric coming, plus an electric Countryman too, and they all go a whole lot longer than that. I'm going to walk you through all the details that they're unveiling here today.
We've got not one but two different Mini models today, each with a few different flavors. Let's break that down before we dive into the details. First is the new Mini Cooper, which is the familiar happy hatchback. Cooper is the term that will be applied to 3-door, 5-door, and convertible flavors going forward, while the Cooper E and SE are the terms for the electric versions. Mini told me there is a new gas-powered version coming too, but that's actually built on a completely different platform, and we won't see that for a little while yet. We will see multiple versions of the E and the SE, like the famous John Cooper Works model, but going forward, those will really just be design packages. Next to that is the new Mini Countryman, which has grown a bit from the current generation, establishing it as more of a crossover SUV and differentiating it further from the Cooper.
So we're starting here with the Cooper, available in E or SE trim. Now the SE is more powerful, but it also has more range, up to 250 miles of range, Mini says. But that, importantly, is on the European WLTP cycle, which is a little bit easier than the EPA cycle. In the US, you can expect probably closer to about 220 miles of range. But more power on the SE, over 200 horsepower, which should make it a lot more fun. But more interestingly is the design. I really like the look of this. Oftentimes when you get a new generation of a new car, they add a lot more fussy details and make it a little bit funkier with ridges and other details like that. But this one, they've actually simplified things. It's a nice smooth design sweeping all the way down the side here. No creases, no big fender flares, nothing like that. Just a classic timeless design. You immediately know it's a Mini. And up front, you still get that great friendly face with these round headlights here as well, which are so iconic and timeless. But what's really interesting to me, though, I think, is what's going on the inside. Let's see if we can take a look inside. All right, check this out. I have seen concept cars that are way more boring than this, and this is the production version of the Cooper Electric. The thing that stands out to me the most probably is this dashboard. It has this amazing woven material that makes it look like a fresh pair of sneakers, honestly. This is all made with recycled fiber, so everything in here is vegan, sustainable. But probably more impressive is this amazing round OLED display. This is a 9.4-inch OLED display that is circular. You don't see too many round OLEDs out there on the market. But what's even more interesting is what's going on behind it. Now, you can't really see this, unfortunately, today, but as I toggle through the different experiences here, there are different driving modes that change how the car responds, the throttle response, things like that. But there are also projectors built into the back which cast light onto the dashboard. And so that'll change the look and the feel of the car as you go from the sportier Cooper mode, the John Cooper Works mode, or if you go into the simpler eco mode or custom modes or things like that, the colors will change, it'll pulse, it'll vibrate, it'll look really interesting and make this an exciting place to be. But overall, it's a really great open interior design, kind of funky design here with a fiber strap on the steering wheel, and again, vegan leather on the seats. Everything's sustainable, everything is renewable. It really speaks to the thoughtfulness that's gone into this car. It's a really interesting place, and again, this looks like a concept car, but this is what the production car is going to look like. But that's not the only production car. There's another one over here. Let's take a look at that one. This is the new Countryman, which will be available in electric and gas-powered versions. Now, the Countryman is the more SUV-like flavor. It's taller and longer than the outgoing Countryman, but they've also made it a little bit chunkier looking, a little bit more aggressive, and a little bit more outdoorsy looking. In fact, to me, it looks a little bit like a downsized Land Rover Discovery, which is, I think, a very good thing. It is a little bit more aggressive as well, and you've got more room out back for kids or cargo or dogs or whatever you want to. And with all-wheel drive, that should make it a great package too for going out and getting a little bit of an adventure. Now, this one actually is going to be rated for even more range, with upwards of 250 miles of range on the EPA cycle. So that should get you to work and back and out to play for the weekend, and do all sorts of things without having to worry about recharging it as well. No words on the battery pack size for this one just yet, but again, there will be both gasoline and electric versions of this car coming to the US next year. The gasoline-powered versions will come first, sometime around May of 2024, with the electric versions of the Countryman coming sometime around September or October. There's some bad news, though, on the electric versions of the Cooper. Mini has not yet confirmed that those are coming to the US. There is a new gasoline-powered Cooper coming, but as far as the EV goes, we're going to have to wait and see and cross our fingers.